back, ladies and gentlemen, and that man about to defend the world television title. He was real happy here last week after that press conference, and we'll talk more about that. But right now, let's go up for our ring introduction.
This is the winner for all 15-minute tournament for the television title match. And at 232 pounds, from everywhere else ring. Every time there's a title match, you introduce a challenger first.
Gentlemen, hot stuff Eddie Gilbert, and that's only appropriate. The champion should be introduced last, challenger first. That's customary, right, Magnum?
Well, as long as I've been wrestling, that's the way it's been.
Of course, it really offended Eddie there. You know, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought about this match since last week, and I really got to think this is going to be one that you want to turn those VCRs on, but this is one I think you're going to watch over and over because you got two supreme athletes, and both of them about the same age, about the same experience, very lofty goals, second-generation wrestlers. All the attributes are there for a tremendous matchup.
Well, on paper, like you said, it looks tremendous. I mean, it could be one of the classic scientific matches of all time, but you and I both know that as long as Eddie Gilbert's in the ring, it's not going to be the most scientific of all time because this man's going to reach down and deep in his bag of tricks and do anything he can to try to come out on top.
Before this one starts burning, ladies and gentlemen, what's not going to take it long, quite obviously, is Eddie Gilbert's trying to make short work of Brad Armstrong, but to no avail. I tried to call Chris Adams several times last week. Couldn't get in touch with him. I asked him to come by our UWF office in Dallas, Texas. That could not be arranged. So I want to talk to Chris because, you know, you got to think his luck's going to turn one of these days. He's had more bad luck than anybody I know.
Well, if anybody's due, it is Chris Adams, and I'm sure he's going to have his day, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened very, very soon at the expense of Terry Taylor.
And it could happen in Chicago or Denver, Colorado, McNichols Arena, Baton Rouge, Louisiana for a national television taping, Pensacola, Florida, Philadelphia, Fort Worth, the Met Center in Bloomington, anywhere around this great land of ours. I know Chris is ready. Brad Armstrong, nice reversal into the hammerlock. I got to think that we're going to see some real quick action, Magnum, but you know this much better than I. Both these men are great strategists. They got great game plans. You got to believe that. And we may see a little cautiousness in the outset. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more of the World Television title after you hear this from your local station. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. Jim Ross and Magnum TA. High crossbody lock. And Brad Armstrong, the challenger for the World Television title, really kicked it in gear during the commercial break. And Terry Taylor, that's quite obvious. Every time I get my mind on a match or anything else that's happened this way to me the last several days in conversation in and around wrestling, I thought about that stupid press conference and how we were all made a fool of, especially Chris Adams. It makes me sick in my stomach.
Well, yes, it does. You know, but life goes on, and it will come around. You know, Terry Taylor can't keep doing these things without a backfire in his face sooner or later, and his day will come. But right now, I think that another man's day might be coming. I'm talking about Eddie Gilbert because he has got a young man in the ring with him right now, Brad Armstrong, that can give him every bit of competition he's ever thought about one. He's got Brad Armstrong in a bad way right now, but he better be real happy with this hold because it can be turned around on him very quickly.
Well, Brad Armstrong defeated the legendary Big Cat from Houston, Texas, Ernie Ladd, for the North American Heavyweight Championship. He's also a former national heavyweight champion, and he's currently one half of the World Tag Team Champions with Tim Horner. They comprise, of course, the Lightning Express. So if those aren't enough credentials, I don't know what is.
Well, Brad Armstrong certainly got the credentials to go anywhere he wants to in the world of professional wrestling. He's really carried his weight well. And right now, I'd really love to see him still out there together because he's been backing down for too long. Right there, nice backslide. I'm telling you, he's really putting the heat on him right there. Right there, nice arm drag and controlling that arm. And controlling the match is just important is really the whole key to success here because one little one little error could spell disaster for either one of these guys.
He's been standing in Eddie Gilbert's face offensively. Armstrong now with a wide base, using his leverage, and of course he's a strong man. He's a very strong man for his size. Well, he's not a little man, but I mean, you know, he's 225, 230 pounds, and he's extremely strong.
And as far as upper body strength goes, Brad Armstrong can mix it up with the best of them. He gives away a little bit as far as total body weight to some of the heavier men, but he has got that upper body strength, and he really knows how to utilize his speed and agility to really make that work for him.
Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert, defending the World Television title. Boy, so much great action, ladies and gentlemen, around this great land of ours. And we'll be telling many of you fans along our local affiliates about great action coming to your arena. So stay tuned for those big announcements a little bit later in this segment. And hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert, I'm sure is ready to go to a station break now because his jaw was almost broken. And Armstrong threw that right hand, and Gilbert is down face first out here on the concrete. Hey, that young man from Marietta, he came from right field, the bleachers. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. He may be eating some soup for a few days after tonight.
Well, I tell you what, if he wants to rough it up with somebody, Brad Armstrong's the right one to rough it up with, because this man can dish it out any way you want to. Scientific, fisticuffs, it doesn't matter. Brad Armstrong can bring the battle back to you.
We hope the fans watching on KMGH in Denver are enjoying this great hour of wrestling action, and we hope to see you this Monday night at McNichols Arena. Dr. Steve Williams puts the world's title on the line in the greatest wrestling card west of the Rocky Mountains. This Monday night at McNichols Arena, we'll be telling you about that and much more action. But right now, let's hear this from the UWF. Inside cradle by Armstrong. Count of two, and the referee was coming down for the fatal 3 count. Hello again, everybody. Jim Ross and Magnum TA. This one is a barn burner here on the UWF.
You know, Jim Ross, just for a minute there, it looked like Eddie Gilbert had things turned his way, but just as quickly as it turned his way, it turned right back around. Now Brad Armstrong right back, got that arm where he wants it, putting the pressure on the world television champion. I mean, this is just hot as it comes. Armstrong,
boy, I tell you, and he and Gilbert have a lot in common. Neither one make a lot of mistakes. They're both sound as a dollar.
Well, you know, that's where that experience comes in. Both these men have been in many, many heated battles, and they're used to being in this hot spot. They're used to having the pressure on them, and it's going to be the first one that makes that big mistake, makes that fatal error that the others can capitalize on.
Nice football tackle by Brad Armstrong. Gilbert drops down, and hot stuff Eddie Gilbert has seized this moment to send Brad Armstrong flying between the second and third rope, and this may be just the opportunity that Hot Stuff was looking for.
You know, Eddie's very smart there, using that speed and agility of Brad Armstrong and his favorite right there, that side step. Now get him outside ring, running his head in that table. I mean, taking the punishment to him, because he knows if he doesn't seize this opportunity, he may never get another one.
We'll keep you abreast of the time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be getting that in just a few moments from our director. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert back in the ring. And Brad Armstrong, the referee has a 10 count here, and Armstrong's trying to get back. Hopefully. Gilbert with a kick to the head. We've got about 3 minutes left in this hour, I understand.
You know, Gilbert knows he's got the man in trouble, and he doesn't want to let him back in that ring, because he feels if he gets back on even ground with him, he could be trouble. So he's been utilizing those boots to the head, utilizing that height advantage he's had with the man on the floor and him up there in that ring. And right now, got him up in the air, but he's turned around on him.
We have 2 minutes left in this match. Hot stuff Eddie Gilbert now really opening up on Brad Armstrong. We're just over 2 minutes left in our hour here, ladies and gentlemen. And now Armstrong's coming right back. The young man from Marietta, Georgia, is trying to raise it to a boil and start cooking.
Brad Armstrong has got that second win now, and he is turning it off. I mean, that's part of that lightning express coming out of him right now, that big right hand firing on Eddie Gilbert. Eddie Gilbert is in trouble.
Gilbert is in trouble. The World Television Championship is in deep jeopardy here on UWF. Great drop kick.
Unbelievable height, that beautiful execution. This could be it right here, but Eddie Gilbert's still firing that strength somewhere deep down inside to kick out.
How much longer can he last? Because Armstrong, he was on fire. That's going to dash the coals a little bit. But Gilbert's still not at 100%, quite obviously. And how could he be?
No way possible, because he is taking a tremendous amount of punishment, but he's still fighting back with those fists right upside the head of Brad Armstrong. Very much in this battle with that big turnbuckle and big charge. And he missed with that big knee right there, and Eddie Gilbert is hurt.
Armstrong quick to go to work on the leg. The injured leg now. Hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. Can he take advantage of the moment? We're under 2 minutes here in our program. Armstrong's going for the figure 4. He'll have hot stuff Eddie Gilbert right here. We're going to see a new television champion. You got to think we're going to see it right here. But ladies and gentlemen, it's Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor is here. The referee's calling for the bell. Terry Taylor here. Taking the liberties on Brad Armstrong. And Taylor, he's never going to change. We know exactly what he's made of now, Magnum.
Nothing surprising about this. Any man that conducts himself the way he has in the past, nothing surprises me about Terry Taylor anymore. He has just saved Eddie Gilbert in the World Television title.
We're running rapidly out of time here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll keep it here as quickly as we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Brad Armstrong down in the ring. He's hurt, but we got Jim Ross ringside right now. We're going to try to get a few words with Eddie Gilbert and Terry Taylor.
You were this close to losing that championship, and I don't think you can deny that.
What a glorious day. Let's just forget that just for 1 minute. Terry, you did. You did. You came back and showed right in the press conference. You answered every question. I answered all the questions, didn't I? There's a lot of believers around here now. I think we have a pretty big announcement, don't we, Ed? Turn up the TVs. Turn up the TVs at home. Because there's a lot of teams, Jim Ross, that have made a challenge. That have made stiff challenges towards the Lightning Express for the UWF World Tag Titles. So let it be known right now that Terry Taylor and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert are issuing a challenge to the Lightning Express right now. For World Tag Team Titles.
You're going to team with him.
Chris Adams is out of the picture. Sting's out of the picture. I don't want anything else to do with Chris Adams. It's old news. We're going to team with him. Press conference says it all. Yeah, we're going to team together. We're going to win, too. We're going to be the next world champions. There's not a team here that can beat us. We're the best team around.